I'd like you to treat me as a pupil, as a beginner.
Okay.
I've had one lesson before, which was last week,
Right.
which was a controls lesson. I got as far as starting the engine, and then run out of time, I had to go back to work, yeah?
Yeah.
So today, my instructor, who couldn't make it, but I did have my controls lesson in a car exactly like this, so I'm familiar with the controls. He said he was going to explain the use of mirrors, because I didn't quite understand them.
Okay, yeah.
And he was going to teach me how to move off and stop, yeah?
Move off, stop, yeah.
So, it's very important to remember it's two subjects. What's the two subjects?
Mirrors.
Yeah.
And moving off and stopping.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So, a beginner.
Beginner, yeah.
My use of mirrors. Yeah.
Yeah.
And moving up, stopping.
Moving off, stopping.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Any questions?
No.
Right.
Sounds good.
Okay. If
Hi.
you're...
Yeah, ready?
Okay, I'll hand over to you then.
Hi Tony, I'm Elaine. Nice to
Elaine,
meet you.
nice to meet you.
Fred couldn't make it today.
No.
But he said that he's got the same car as me, so all the controls are the
Yeah.
same. Yep. And he said that last week you had your first lesson.
Yeah.
Yep. How far did you get with that first lesson?
I started the engine.
Started the engine.
Yeah.
Okay. What we're going to do today is I'm going to find us a safe place, and we're going to practice moving off and stopping. Okay. What I'm going to do on the way there is I'm going to go through the mirrors, talking about which ones I'm checking. Yep. When I'm checking them and why I'm checking them.
All right.
Okay. So when we get there, you've got a bit of an understanding.
All right.
Of use of the mirrors.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we're going to get you to practice moving off and stopping.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what we'll do is when we actually get to this place, I'll go through the brief with you. Yeah.
Yep.
Ready?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you want to put your seatbelt on, you want to set yourself up. Do you remember how to do that?
What, set myself up?
No, put your seatbelt on.
Oh, yeah. I'll plug in there. Check it's not twisted.
Yes, good. Yeah. And why is it best to check it's not twisted?
I always said it would do me harm.
Yes, good.
Check my doors closed. That's it, I think, isn't it?
Yeah. And did Fred mention to you about the pedals?
Oh yeah, he said they're for his use only.
Yep. So you just keep your feet still and don't touch them.
Right, so there's no need to, there's no need to repeat the instructions back to me.
Okay.
Because it's just a bit silly. You're driving and I'm telling you where to go and you're telling me back, yeah?
Yeah, that's just it, yeah.
So I'll just give you the directions, no need to repeat them back, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to turn right out of the car park.
Okay. Yeah, they look good. So what you want to do, Tony, is if you could just set your mirror up, you know, that one you've got above there that I normally use. If you want to set it up so you can just see the back windscreen.
Like that.
Yeah, if you use that hand on the left hand side, that's it, and just imagine the back. Do you remember what Fred said last week?
He said something about using this surround as a frame.
Yeah.
And the back window as a picture.
Yeah, that's right.
Hang it straight.
Yeah, that's good. So yeah, can you see the back window?
Yeah, I can see the whole of the back window.
That's good. So
I can actually see a bit of your head is straight and a bit of mine as well.
Yeah, that's good. So what we'll do is, while I'm driving us up there, I'll run through which mirrors I'm checking and why I'm checking them, and what I'll do is I'll get you to look as well.
All right.
Yeah, so you've got an idea of what I'm looking for. Okay?
Yep. You must remember that. I adjust my mirrors and then move my seat, yeah?
No.
Because I must have done it wrong last week.
No, it's my fault. Yeah, you always move your seat first, get in the right position, yeah, and then you check your mirrors.
Oh right, Fred wasn't wrong then.
Yeah.
So we're going to turn right out of the car park.
Okay, Tony, so when I moved off there, I made sure that I checked my internal mirror. On windows up.
Yeah.
I checked my right hand mirror and my side mirror, and I made sure to check over in my blind spot. Yep, I'm going to be going right out of here, so I'm going to check my internal mirror, and I checked my right side mirror. Yep, I checked my internal mirror to see who was behind me and how close they were. And I checked my right side mirror to make sure
we're going to turn left.
there was no one pulling around us. So I'm going left, so I check my internal mirror and I check my left side mirror. Yep, I'm checking my internal mirror. Yep, so if you look in your mirror as well, you can see what I can see behind me.
Yeah, I saw that white car come up really fast.
Yep. So I'm checking my internal mirror to see who's behind me and how close they are.
Oh, right.
Yep, and I'm always checking my left mirror because I'm going to be turning left, and what I don't want to do is if there's a cyclist coming up beside me, I can end up knocking that cyclist.
Oh, right.
Yep, so I'm always checking that side mirror.
Fred said something about different glasses last week.
Glasses?
Yeah. He said the mirrors were different or something.
As I turn in the corner, I always glance into my left side mirror just to make sure there's no one there. Yep, in the new road, I check my internal mirror to see who's behind me and how close they are, and I make sure to check my right side mirror to make sure there's no one overtaking me.
Oh,
Yeah, because the danger of that is if someone is overtaking me, I'd have to slow down and let them go. Otherwise they could hit someone coming towards us. Yeah. What Fred meant last week is, with the mirrors, that the middle mirror shows a true picture. Yeah, it's flat glass.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and the side mirrors are convex, so they're bubbled. I don't know how to explain it. They're bent, so they show a wider picture.
Oh, right.
But what happens is they do show behind. They'll show anything behind you looking as further away than it actually is. Yep, so it gives you a wider angle. So this car here, I need to pull around it, so I'd make sure I check my internal mirror and my right mirror. Yep, I'm checking my internal mirror to see how close that person is behind, and I'm making sure to check my right mirror to make sure there's no one coming up beside me as I pull out to go around that car.
Yeah.
Yep, and when I pull back in then, I just glanced into my left side mirror just to make sure that there was no cars pulling away from the parked cars.
Oh, right.
Yeah, because if I pull in and they pull off, they could hit the side of me. Yep.
And we're going to turn right, please.
So I'm going to be turning right here. So the first thing we'll do is check my internal mirror to see how close behind she is, or the car behind is. And I'm going to check my right mirror to see if anyone's overtaking me. Okay, so in the new road, I'm going to check my internal mirror first to see how close the person is behind me.
And turning left.
I'm going to check my right side mirror to make sure they're taking me, and I'm going to turn left, so I check my internal mirror, and I'm going to be checking my left mirror to make sure there's no one coming up beside me. Yep. Do you remember what that could be that could come up beside me?
Cyclist.
Yep, that's right. And I'm going to check my internal mirror in the new road to make sure there's no one behind me, and I always check my right side mirror to make sure there's no one who's pulled around me or trying to overtake me in the new road.
Well, there's not much you can do about it, mate. If they overtake you, is there?
Best thing to do is, well, always slow down.
And turning back.
Okay, so I'm turning left here, so I check my internal mirror first, and I check my left side mirror. Yep, do you remember why it is I'm checking my internal mirror first?
See what's behind you.
Yep, that's right, to get a true idea. And I'm going to be checking my, do you remember I checked my left side mirror next?
Oh, yeah.
Yep, what is I'm checking for?
Oh, a cyclist.
Yeah, that's good.
And turning left.
Okay, so I'm turning left, so I check my internal mirror first, and then I check my left side mirror. Yeah. Checking my internal mirror to see who's behind me and how close they are. And I'm always making sure to check my left side mirror to make sure who's behind, if anyone's coming up beside me. Yep, so if the cyclist come up beside me, I'd have to slow down, let them go. Yep, otherwise we're both going to try and turn that corner at the same time. I can end up hitting the cyclist.
Oh.
Yep, so in the new road I always make sure I check my internal mirror first to see who's followed me into the new road, and check my right side mirror because I want to make sure no one's overtaking me. Yeah, and do you remember what it is I do if anyone's overtaking me?
Let them go.
Yeah, that's good, yeah. And what could be the danger if I didn't let them go?
They'd be alongside you, they'd probably hit that bollard, wouldn't they?
Yeah, that's right.
Or hit us, wouldn't they?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so if I was driving down a stretch of road like this and I wasn't turning left or turning right, it's a good idea to glance into your mirror, like your internal mirror, maybe every 7 or 8 seconds.
Yeah.
Just to kind of keep an eye of anything that's changing behind you. Yeah, because there's always cars turning off. Yeah, there's new cars coming up behind you.
And turning left.
Okay, so I'm going to be turning left here. Tony, so which mirrors am I going to check?
Middle and left.
Yeah, that's good, yep. And do you remember why it is I check those mirrors in that sequence?
See what's behind you, this is the speed.
Yeah.
And to see them cyclists.
Yeah, that's good, yep. And do you remember what I'd do if there was a cyclist?
Let them go.
Yeah, and what would be the danger if I didn't let them go?
You'd probably hit them, wouldn't you?
Yeah, that's right. That's good.
We're going to take the next on the left. You can see the gap between the buildings down here, yeah?
Just past that white van,
Yeah.
isn't it? Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to set the next on the left, Tony. So which mirrors am I going to check?
Middle and left.
That's good. Yep, and do you remember what mirrors I check when I'm in the new road?
The right hand mirror and the middle mirror.
Yep. Is it middle mirror first?
Oh, middle
or-
mirror first, yeah.
Yeah, and why is it always the middle mirror first, do you remember?
True picture.
That's good,
And
yeah.
turning left.
Okay, so I'm going to turn left here. Do you remember which mirrors I need to check?
Middle left.
Good.
Inside out, isn't it?
Yep, that's how you remember it. Yeah, always the inside first.
If you can find a safe place to stop on the left here.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
Yep. So what we're going to do is we're going to swap seats first.
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Then I'm going to go through the brief review,
Yep.
and we're going to practice moving
All
off and
right,
stopping.
yeah, yeah.
Yep. So do you remember how to take your seatbelt off
Yep.
safely?
Yeah, I've got to hang on to it.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
I've got to feed it back.
Yeah. And why is it safe for you to hold on to it and not just let it go?
Yeah, because it might hit me in the face or break your window.
Yeah, that's good. And do you remember how you open your door?
Yeah, I hold it with this hand, don't I?
Like you hold it with your other hand, your
Oh,
right
right.
hand, yeah, because it's got the shortest distance. If it
Oh,
wind
right.
catches it, and it might pull it open
No,
wider.
I have to look.
Yep, that's good. Yeah. Yep. Is it safe?
And then because you're a lady, I'll leave it open
Yeah.
to be polite, yeah?
Always.
Yeah?
And I'll shut mine, yeah, because I'm out on the road.
So I'll leave it open for you, yeah?
Yeah, if you can leave it open for me. You need to leave it open.
You want me to leave it open?
No, shut it. Yeah. Yes.
I just open the window.
Yeah, sorry, did I not open it?
Yeah, no, I had to turn that on.
And that's another thing I didn't do either. I didn't push the seat back.
It's lucky I'm only
I remember it after I've meant to done it, yeah.
It's lucky I'm only 6'2" and not 6'5", isn't it?
As soon as I sat in this side, I was like, I know I meant to do it. I was like, yeah, seat back.
So is there anything you want me to do?
Yep, just keep your feet flat on the floor. Yep, don't touch any of the pedals.
Oh, you don't want me to do this D-triple-SM or whatever it's called?
Yeah, if you want to do that first, actually, yep. So if you want to do triple SM.
Oh, the door. Can you give your door a rattle?
Yeah, sure. Yep, it's locked.
I'll check the back one on the way around and that one on the
That's
way around. H and stuff. A lot of S's and seat. Oh yeah. Steering wheel. Yep.
Yeah, it's good.
I can see all the dials. Seatbelt. passengers in the back, so I don't have to worry about.
That's good.
And mirrors.
Okay, Tony, if you sit back when you do your mirrors and just use your left hand, yeah, because if you're leaning forward when you'll change your mirror, and then when you sit back you can get a different image.
Oh, I don't mind
you want to
stretching a
be,
bit.
but you want to be in your normal driving position when you set your mirror. Because if you have to lean forward to get the proper view when you're steering, yep, you're not going to be able to steer properly.
Oh, I might lose control of
Yep, you're not going to be looking the right way, you might lose control of the car. Yeah, it's the same with the side mirrors. Yeah, if you sit back in your normal driving position, yeah, because it's the same if you set them, and every time you have to lean forward when you're looking at them, when you're looking the wrong way, yeah, your steering might be off. Yeah. And the same with that one, if you sit back in your driving position.
Yeah, all done.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, so what is it you can see out of that internal mirror?
I can see the whole of the back window.
Yeah, it's good.
I can see a bit of my head restraint.
Yeah.
And a bit of yours.
Yeah, it's good. And the right side mirror?
I can see the door handles. See the sky at the top. I can see the silver car in the middle.
Good, yep. And at the left?
The door handles. I can see the sky at the top. I can see that red car in the middle.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the brief with you and how to move off and stop.
Yeah.
Okay, so you said that last week you got as far as turn the ignition.
Start the engine.
Start the engine, and that was as far as you got.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so this is how we explain moving off.
Alright.
Yeah, what we do is we use the POM procedure, POM. Yeah, so what first thing we're going to do is we're going to prepare the vehicle. So to do that, what you can do is put your left foot down that clutch, so it's right at the floor. Yeah, we're going to make sure we select first gear. Yeah. Then what we're going to do is we're going to set the gas. Okay, so while keeping that clutch down the floor, you're going to use your right foot, and you're going to put it down a pound's coins width at a time on that gas pedal. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what we're going to do is, as you're putting that down a pound every time I tell you to put it down, we're going to be bringing that clutch up 1 pound coins width as well. Yeah, till we find something called the biting point. Yeah, what you do is you'll feel the engine, the engine will make a different noise. Yeah, and you'll feel the car kind of set itself. Yeah. And when we've reached that biting point, we're going to lock our feet in position. Well, you've got to lock your feet in position so you're not moving your feet. Yeah. Then we're going to do O, which is observe. We're going to be making all round observations around the car. Yeah. And as we're going to be pulling off in that direction, we're going to be looking right over left side first. Yep. So we're checking that left side mirror, making sure there's no one coming up this path that could walk out in front. Yep. Then we're going to be checking our internal mirror to make sure that there's no one behind us. Yeah. I got that wrong, it's the internal mirror first. So we make sure we check that internal mirror first to make sure there's no one behind us, because if there's a queue of cars, there's no need for us to do any other observations. We're going to have to sit and wait for those cars. Yeah. So we do the internal mirror first. Then we're doing our left side mirror to make sure there's no one coming up beside us that could walk out in front of our car. Yeah.
Yeah.
We then do that internal mirror again to make sure that the picture hasn't changed behind and there's no cars.
Yeah.
We're then going to be checking that right side mirror to make sure there's no one coming down that could overtake us or pull around us. Yep. And then you'll be back over your back into your blind spot over your right shoulder, and to see what your mirrors don't pick up. Make sure there's no one there. Okay. And we're going to look around us to see if we need to make a signal. Yeah, if there's no one around that could benefit from that signal, if there's no pedestrians, there's no cars, I mean, there's quite a lot of cars in these driveways, one of them might be about to pull out. So giving an indicator would let them know what you plan to do. Yeah, but we'll assess that when we get to it, if we need to give a signal.
Yeah.
Then we've still got your feet locked in that position, and we've still got it in first gear. So what we could do is we're going to take that handbrake off. Yeah, and then what we're going to do is once the car starts rolling forward, yeah, and the wheels start turning, we're going to be steering. Yep, and then you're going to be steering the vehicle out around this blue car, yep, and out into a normal driving position. Okay, yeah. What I'll do now is I'll explain the stopping to you, how you're going to stop the vehicle, and then we'll go through how we're going to steer. Yeah. Okay, so this is how we'd stop the vehicle. So every time you stop the vehicle, pull over to the road and stop, you have to use the MSPSL routine. Yep, when you're parking the vehicle at the side of the road. Yep, you have to make sure you use this routine. So the first thing you're going to do is check your mirrors. Yeah, as we're going to be pulling in on the left, you've got to make sure you check that internal mirror first. Like on the way over here, whenever I was turning left, do you remember what mirrors I was always checking?
Middle and left.
Yep, so I check the middle one. You check the middle one first, see what's behind you, and you're going to check that left side mirror to make sure there's no bicycles coming up beside you.
Yeah.
If you're going to pull in and park.
Yeah.
Again, we're going to decide whether we need to make a signal or not, depending on if there's anyone around that's going to benefit from that signal. Positioning. We're going to talk about the steering in a minute, but how we're going to get you over onto this park position that we've got now. Speed. What you're going to do is going to use your right foot to cover that brake. Just put your foot on the brake, but don't actually squeeze it. So you're just hovering your feet over the brake, or your foot over the brake. What we're going to then do is we're going to have that clutch down to the ground straight away, and then we're going to have you squeezing that brake pedal pound coins width at a time. Until we've stopped.
Keep squeezing down and down and down and down. Down
till it stops. And right at the end, if you just bring it up, pound coin, right at the end, just stop it jolting when we stop.
Oh, was that what happened when I was on the bus over here in the way this morning?
Might have been,
Every time we stopped, I
jolted forward. This just means that you're just stopping it too quickly. So if you just bring it up that pound coin's width at the end, just stop you doing that jolt.
All right.
And then what we're going to do is when the vehicle's secured, we're going to put that handbrake on. We're going to put the car into neutral. And when that's done, you can then take your feet